one of the first things I heard the rumor is, well, you know, Ralph's going to retire this year. Now, Ralph, is your wife here? Because I just want to, oh dear, okay. All right, I'm going to change of plans here. And you know, and he would come to me and say, well, you know, oh, well, I might as well jump into it, you know. He said, well, you know, my wife is pushing me to retire, and I said, well, I understand that, and it'd be great, sorry to lose you. And then a couple of days later, he'd come back and said, we haven't worked out, or something like that. I'll be around another year, and the next year, well, you know, Ralph's going to retire. And, you know, it's one of those deals where, you know, people say enough and you think, oh, okay, he's just crying. Well, he's going to be here forever. Well, apparently, the boss got through to him, and he really is going to retire. And the good news for us, at least through this transition phase, is that Ralph will be working part-time for us throughout the summer, and then we'll eventually go. Well, I don't know what you'll do, Ralph, but you'll probably explain that later. But, so Ralph will be with us through the summer, and haven't you? I mean, again, I expressed that Monday. This is such a gorgeous campus, and it is to the Ralph and his crew and his credit. Yeah, I mean, people who come onto this campus who have never been here before, they walk around just amazed at what we have here. And much of that credit goes to Ralph. And so I'm going to turn it over to Mike. Mike and his crew have a couple other things they want to say to you. So why you might well come up here, Ralph, and get in the back here. And Miguel, take it over, man.
I know you love this just as much as I do. I just want to take some time to thank Ralph. It's been about 14 years, 12. Feels like 14. Between Sodexo and ENC. He's done numerous plantings on campus. More recently around Cove. See the ENC letters out there? That's one of his babies. Front of Cove, we took down those 2 pine trees, which was a task of itself. Then we found building material that had been dumped there maybe 40 years ago. So nothing's easy, which we've learned over time, but he left his legacy with all these things on campus, plantings, just the grounds work itself, and that'll last forever. A couple things about his history I found out from time to time. He's a big fan of Maria's restaurant in Braintree. We're right around the corner, so we're going to plan to take him up to Maria's before he heads off from his part-time work. More recently, I find out that he enjoys square dancing. Pretty good for a Nazarene. He ran numerous construction crews, snow removal, highway plowing, all this fun stuff. So he's really come to be a force on campus, I would call it. He's been through 3 bosses here. He's worked with each and every one of them, and then more recently myself. So I'm going to respect Ralph, work with him on many budgets, many in pencil and paper budgets that we've converted over to a digital form. But I did a whole short list of what I've learned about Ralph. He'll save anything he thinks he can use in the future. Anything. His favorite word to describe some of the things going on around campus or new technology is crazy. Now I found Sam doing that a lot, so he's rubbing it off. So that's one of my favorite words now. He'll go to any length to save vegetation on campus. He'll use wood stakes, metal stakes, caution tape, rebar, plywood, and most importantly, himself. He'll stick to any budget down to the penny. Like I said before, usually in pencil and paper, but he knows those numbers. He has his calculator out and the paper ready, so I appreciate that. He's not afraid to go in, on, or under anything to find something valuable. He'll never tell you he's hurt. You'll have to see him limping grimacing, a bruise on his arm, or blood from his head. Usually in the head region. But he's from Vermont, so explain why. He'll use tools, material, or anything until it's 99.9% not useful anymore. He'll be the first one to arrive at work. Even though you say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, I have personally seen it. So, once or twice. And I also want to note that Friday is his last day, which happens to be his birthday. So he's double dipping and saving some money there, so he's always looking to save. I just want to thank Ralph for everything he's done. He put his heart and soul in the ENC with snow removal. He could show any student up, whether mowing, mulching, snow removal.
Grass pile.
What?
Grass pile.
Grass pile. Yeah, 20-year-old is nothing on Ralph, so you can't put numbers on that. But I appreciate your work here. Your legacy will go on, and I look forward to many volunteer hours in the future. That's about it. We have a little presentation that Sam's going to bring up some items of just to help with the memories along the road.
So, as Mike mentioned, this man knows how to be a great steward. Thinking about it, it all makes sense because one of our first jobs when we were placed on this earth was to be good stewards of what we were given and take care of the garden. As Dr. Brandis said, the Garden of Eden. This is our Eden. But he also said that he's worked with them on many budgets. He'll use things down to the last bit. This is one of our favorite brooms that I think is ready for retirement. As you can see, we're getting down to the end. But this man also loves his metals. Whether it's copper, platinum, silver, whatever it might be. So here's your metallic broom. And then he also, like I said, is incredible at salvaging whatever he can find. He's probably saved the school billions of dollars in whatever it might be, whether it's grass or metal, whatever it is. He saved the school a lot. We also, in going through some of our supply, I found some old mower blades that we didn't need anymore. And I don't think those machines even exist. And so I thought it would be fitting to offer Ralph our gift from the Grounds and Facilities Department. My first welding project, I put together our old mower blades. He's not allowed to bring it in the house. I'll have to find another place for this beauty. But if you've ever borrowed a snow shovel or any kind of equipment or hand tool from us, you'll notice that it's color-coded in traditional Grounds, red and green, so that if he sees you using it and you don't return it, he knows. So, this is for you. Thank you. In front of my truck.
Thank you.
Don't try to scrap that.
Wow.